Okay, so let's take a look at how you can create the instance of Azure Cache for Redis, and then we will take a look at how to basically connect this instance of Redis with Tableplus. Right, so first thing we log into Azure portal and then check for all services. Now from services we check database, and here you will find Azure Cache for Redis. Click on that, and here you can see already created one instance with this Azure Cache for Redis. So to create new, we will click create. Now here we will be choosing the configuration for this instance of Redis cache. We'll choose subscription, then resource group. You can create a new if you want. Then DNS name. Let's go with something random. Hopefully it gets accepted. Then we have to choose location for this instance, and then we have to choose the tier for cache type. Can check all the pricing details. Here we'll notice that enterprise tier is pretty expensive even in INR, and you convert that back to USD, still it stays expensive. So I will choose the most cheaper option, C0 basic, which is 250 MB of basic standard option for you to try. Select that and you will notice it should be listed there. Now you can modify some of the other parameters like networking, which is connectivity method here by default selected public endpoint. You can choose between public, private and virtual. Then there is advanced, which you can check for non-TLS port, enable disable that. Then comes Redis version for you to select, which is version 6. Then comes tags. Here you can see the tags you can choose for organizing and sorting your services. Then comes review and create. So here you finally select the options and you can review them and then click on create. It will take approximately 5 to 10 minutes depending on the region you select. Based on that it will do the setup. For me it took around 5 to 10 minutes, and once set up you will find that instance under Azure Cache for Redis. If you click on this you will notice that it has all the details you need for making the connection. So in my case I'll be using Tableplus. So I need a host name, then I need a port. So non-SSL port is 6379 and SSL port is 6380. Then I need keys, so I will access from the settings, access keys, and we have primary key listed there. I can copy that. Next thing I will be doing is I will also show you the console, right? And then we will go for Tableplus. So if you immediately want to test out, you can click on Redis console and you will find it is accepting your command, like say ping, it will return with pong, right? You can echo your message and it will respond with that as well, right? Now what we can do is we can get all these details and we will move to Tableplus. Now in another tab I will search for Tableplus, and here you see the result will show you the official site Tableplus, right? And here I will be downloading this for Windows. It's a pretty good data admin tool for you to try out some of the commands and also view how you are working with, right? So if you like data admin tools, then Tableplus is one which you can try. As you can see, it supports Redis. So what we can do is we can check the current install Tableplus. So I'll type in table and Windows will show the rest. Now what we can do is we can check on plus sign and then go for Redis. Now notice that we need things like, let's say, name, right? And I will put up a red status color. Then I need a port which is 6380. Then I need a host and password. So password would be our primary key and we need a host to connect to. There is no username here considering this is cache database. So we'll go to access keys and copy the primary key and then come back here and paste it in password, right? You can make sure to copy it properly so that it won't just randomly copy, and it's a longer string so you can easily understand. Now let's go back to overview and copy the host name, right? Now let's go here, connection, we can paste the host name URL as well. Now click on test and that should show you the test connection as well, right? So let's hope that this will return in connection okay message. You don't need to add user, and if SSL is off then it may throw an error, so you will have to change this part. So let's wait for it to show that we made an error. As you can see, driver error. So I will just click OK, then use SSL verify and then test again. And here you see the connection is successful this time. So click OK. Now go ahead and connect. This will open a big window where you can see the connection to Redis cache is made. Right here you can see DB0 is shown as your default database, which contains some of the details like your previously added list and string. So not sure if we can delete it from here, right? And let's take a look at commit options if there are any. Oh, you will also get rid of our list and set, right? And as you can see, if we click on commit change, it should be committed, right? So it is now removed. Now let's take a look at whether we have some sort of SQL editor or shell where we can do the work, right? Let's also right click and see if we have anything. So we have table option, view option, function procedure, right? There is also typical import from CSV, SQL dump, right? Then there are queries, and here you can click on this. Here we can add query and work. So basically for typical SQL type of database you can make use of this editor. In case of Redis, I think it is still in beta and a lot of things are not pretty much clear here, so you may want to explore that, right? Then there is database list option, currently not available for this. Here you also have connection list option, so all the open connection you can view here and open them if there are any multiple, right? And let's see if I type in, so if we set something like say set company, right? And if I say run current, it will return with OK. Now if I use get and then the company and run current, let's see what it returns. So it will return with our set value. So you can see for Redis also it works pretty cool, though I would prefer the console like format to immediately get the result. But I suppose, considering this is DB admin tool, they didn't specifically made anything for Redis, but it can get your job done, right? So pretty cool tool you have with Tableplus, and I have shown you how you can connect to Tableplus from your Azure. So this was Azure Redis cache and connected with Tableplus.